So today what we're going to talk about is drum corps shoes. One of the things that we do every year is put together a shoe list that we spend several months on. The shoe list talks about drum corps shoes that we specifically go through during the month of January, February, March. We're taking shoes and twisting them and torquing them, looking for a few certain things. One is a good heel counter. So if you've got insoles in your shoes, which all of our members do, we like a good heel counter so that that insole doesn't twist around. We're looking for a good midfoot and a solid forefoot. You can go to the store, Finish Line, or any similar store, and you'll have some 20-something kid come out and say, "Wow, we've got the latest in the new running shoes." And the problem with that is that those new running shoes don't take into account what we do. So if you want to run, everything is in a straight line motion. So running is only one way. In drum corps, we go back and forth. So the bottom line is that a running shoe is not going to work for you unless you want to skip rehearsal and go around in circles. The next thing we do is we look for lateral stability. You can see with this shoe there's no lateral stability. So every time that you go one way or the other, your foot's going to go right over the side of it. That's not what we're looking for in a shoe. So when we look for a shoe, we look for a lot of stability. So as you start to move, this is going to hold you in place. The first thing the nurses do when they call me about an injury is send me a picture of the shoes. That gives me a better idea of what's going on. The injuries are fairly predictable, so those fellows who've come into the activity and said, "Well, you know, the guy at the store told me," I don't know how many guys at the store have been out to watch rehearsal, but this type of shoe is just not going to work. I don't go for fancy colors. We do try to put the shoe list together with that in mind, that you'll have a variety of colors available to you, but that's not our main thing. Our main thing is how the shoes are constructed. These are rehearsal shoes. You're going to need 2 to 3 pairs of them. With 2 to 3 pairs, especially if you're a tuba or a drummer, that situation won't be quite so severe. With a tuba or a drummer, there's a lot of rotating mass, so that rotating mass on top of what you're doing is fairly destructive to shoes. I know there's a lot of people who brag that they get through with 1 pair of shoes. The problem is that by the end of the summer, those shoes are pretty trashed. So your chances of an injury go way up. The bottom line is, we put these shoes together. We draw on 40 years of experience as a runner, 40 years around drum corps, 40 years as a triathlete. We draw on all those experiences, and we try to look at how the activity is moving and the things you're able to do. In certain corps, you can get away with a minimalist shoe, or you can get away with some kind of less than optimal shoe, but for what we're doing, there's a lot of lateral motion, there's a lot of things that can cause injury that we want to make sure that we take care of. So the shoe list is there. Over the past few years, we've had some situations where parents insist that a more expensive shoe is something that they really need. So we've included a fair amount of those more expensive shoes on the list. Our goal with the shoe is a good, stable shoe, one that will be injury preventative, one that's going to be economical for guys that have more than 1 pair, and something that, I hate to say it, looks decent so that most members will wear it. Bottom line is, show up in the right gear. We won't have to worry too much about the injuries. We've cut our injury picture way down since 2008 when we started the list. With that in mind, if you need a copy of the list, we'll be more than happy to distribute it to you. A word on socks. Cotton is out. Polypropylene blends under different names like Climacool, Moisture Wicking, Drymax, different names are available. But the combination of shoes, insoles, and socks should serve to keep you guys in fairly good shape and not injured. So in the big scheme of things, we're out to get you on the bus in August, get you on the bus in June, get you off in August uninjured. Thanks.